Trading was hard, but became so easy once I understood the strategy. But I spent my first few years going through all the indicators, moving averages, RSIs, MACDs, lines. We all started on line charts in the old days, and I never understood that the basis of trading is actually so simple as keep it simple, stupid. Just keep it simple. That's all it is. It's all in the psychology. And once you understand that it's all about the psychology, that's when it all comes to the front, and it starts to wake you up and you start to pick up on it. So I hope you don't have to go through all those years of strife to figure this out.
Oh my gosh!
One of the big things that you need to figure out is that you need to manage your risk. You need to have a stop loss. I started out thinking that stop loss was BS. Never have a stop loss. Why would I have a stop loss? I'm going to win 90% of my trades, aren't I? Wrong. On so many levels, wrong. Then I figured out, well, actually, I lose more than I win. That's a bit crap. That's the point. This is a 50-50 game at best, I always tell you that. Hey, it's Rob Guilty, it's logical trading. As I always tell you, trading is risky. 80% of traders lose money, and if you don't like losing money, guess what? Don't trade. Just don't trade. But if you enjoy trading, let's trade. That's what it's all about, isn't it? It's fun. It can be fun. The biggest thing to do is to overcome the fear and overcome the FOMO. Because what we tend to do, and we've all done it, I've done it many times before I figured out that that's not the way to do it. We tend to we're losing whichever way. Okay, look, most of the time when you start out, pretty much most traders go long. And it starts losing, and you think, well, I was pretty confident in this trade, so I'll add to the trade and I'll balance it out, even it up, and it'll get better. And it doesn't. It gets worse. So you double up again, try and even up the trade, and it gets worse again. I've seen trades go to zero. It's so bad. People blowing up their accounts. Guys, you've got to keep a stop loss. Now, what I normally do with a stop loss is I'll put a 1-to-1, but I won't wait for it to get to the 1-to-1 nine times out of 10. The 1-to-1 is very much an emergency stop loss. If it invalidates, then I'll get out of the trade. If I see it's bumping around, or it's not going anywhere, or it's just not doing anything, then I'll get out of the trade. But if it's working out, then I'll add to the trade. So if it's going long and it's going positive and I'm in the green, I'm going to just add some more. I'm just going to put some more in, and just like I would do with a loss. But I don't do it with the losses anymore. Now when it comes down and it starts losing, I get out. Guys, do me a favor, go check out my secret blog every day. I put out a post on my free blog. Check this. 10 seconds of your time, that's all. I got a secret blog. It's in the description, it's in the bio. Check it out. Every day I post a trade. For those of you who are interested in seeing what other people are trading and what's going on a daily basis, I post one of my trades there every single day. This is not financial advice, it's just a trading idea. Enjoy it. So yeah, if you're starting out, it's always nice to have somewhere to look at other people's trades and what they're doing and whatnot. And, there you go. If it invalidates, I get out. You'll know when your trade's invalidated. You took a trade based on your edge, your system. You believed that trade was going to win. If it doesn't, and if you look at it and it's not working out, ask yourself one question. Would I take that trade now? Would I now get into this trade and go with this trade? And if the answer is no, it's invalidated. Get out. Walk away. because it's not going to pay you, right? Normally if it's going to pay you, it's going to start working out pretty quickly after you've taken the trade. It's not going to take long for it to start working out. One of the big things you've got to watch out for is revenge trading. Whatever you do, don't revenge trade. So what happens is, particularly it happens in a news event, that's a big one.
Oh my God!
It goes down, takes out your stop loss, and you think, damn, and it turns around and it goes back the other way. And it keeps on going, and you think, well, that actually validates what I had in mind in the first place. You get back into the trade, and what does it do? Boom, it goes back down again the other way. I've seen people take 5-6 trades like that. The problem with that is, it's the big guys, they're looking for liquidity. So it comes flying down, takes out your stop loss, they get liquidity, it goes all the way back up, they take up some more liquidity, and then it goes all the way down. You know where it ends up? It ends up settling where it was in the first place. Before it went down and took out your stop loss, it ends up settling there. And in between, you've taken 5 trades and lost a bunch of money. So the big thing is, don't trade into big news events if you can help it. But if you're already in, hope for the best and take a stop loss. But if you take your stop loss on those big news events, just take it, take the pain, walk away, come back later. Okay? Don't try and revenge trade it. Revenge trading is one of the worst things you can do. Now, what I always do, if a trade doesn't work out, is I'll come back at a later time or whenever it's ready, and I'll just look at it from an objective point of view. If it's a good trade, I'll take it. If it's not a good trade, I'm not interested in it. And I'll research all my trades before I take them. So I won't just get back in because I thought it was a good trade yesterday and I've lost on it, now I want to get the money back on that trade. No. If the trade's not good, don't take it. It's got to be an objective thing. I always say, if you're getting excited about your wins, I worry for you on your losses. You've got to get your psychology right. A win is just a win, a loss is just a loss. If you're getting too excited on your wins, you're going to really take pain on your losses. So be careful of that. Most of you that know my videos will know that I only trade support and resistance, or supply and demand, and sometimes an imbalance. I don't worry about all the other stuff anymore. So the trick is, keep it simple. And that's the whole basis of it, is just keep it simple. Don't get complicated. I am going to do a video on Fibonacci because someone spoke about that. I use Fibonacci as a confluence sometimes because you'll be surprised how many times a Fibonacci the golden area will line up with your support and resistance. It's quite amazing actually. So I'll show you that. I'll do a whole video on that whole situation. But like I say, trading was really hard until I figured out this strategy that it's all in the psychology. It's all in the head. It's got nothing to do with a system as such. It's got to do with psychology, managing your losses. If you can take a loss, you'll be okay. But don't take big losses. Take small losses and make bigger profits. It's all in the head. If you can manage yourself and you can control yourself and you can get your head around what you're doing, then your edge will work for you. Remember, the market's full of buyers and it's full of sellers, and both of them believe they're right. If you're a buyer, there's a seller out there believes he's right because it's a good time to sell. If you're a seller, there's a buyer out there that believes it's a good time to buy. You've got to ask yourself why. That's because it's 50-50. There's no guarantees in this game. Get your head around it, get your psychology around it, understand that, and understand you've got to keep your losses small and make your winners big. Then you'll start making money. Once you understand that, trading becomes easy. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Perhaps follow, whatever the case. Leave a comment. Tell me what your system is. If you've got any questions, please don't be afraid to ask them. I will get back to you. Thanks. Cheers. Bye.